Sup, motherfuckers?
What up?
Listen, your name thing, I still
Every time, right? Every time.
Prince.
So what's up, y'all? Tonight is NBA. It's mostly all Celtics stuff because she's being weird as shit wearing Spurs and she likes the Celtics.
Hey, I got a couple teams, but my first team obviously is the Green. Second team is going to be my Spurs. So
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So we have not done basketball yet this year.
I know.
At all.
It's all right. That's why we're here today. Here today.
So first off, before we even get into the season and we get into any of that stuff, we go and get in some hot topic stuff.
Like the store?
No.
I'm ready for it.
I had to.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's a hot topic, all right.
I'm gonna let you go into it.
Well, hell, I gotta go into it. This inappropriate action stuff. There's no inappropriate actions in basketball.
Okay, so the topic is one of the rookies for the Oklahoma City Thunder has been caught in a inappropriate relationship with a minor.
But wait,
well, here's my thing. Okay, he's 20. He just turned 21.
Yeah.
So we talking like a 17, 18-year-old?
Were they in the same school during the same time, though?
They apparently knew each other.
Okay, well, I hope they would know each other. They were inappropriately touching each other.
But I mean, how many about every 17, 18-year-old chick that I've ever known in my life, back whenever I was 17, 18, all the girls my age were dating dudes that were 20 to 23 years old.
Yeah, it is a close age range.
And it wasn't even a thing. It was never even thought of. That's just it, because women mature faster than men.
But it's also just a close age range. You think about it. I mean, think about it when you're older. There's people that are in their late 40s dating somebody in their early 40s, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, there's a 8-year difference between me and Kitty.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean,
it kind of depends. Is somebody crying wolf because they didn't get what they wanted? Or is this like a parent
this
thing?
didn't even come from the girl. This just came from outside sources.
No, people just being...
Yeah, it was complete outside sources that brought it up. It was paparazzi following him around and then looking at who he's hanging out with. And from what I understand, I could be completely off, but this is just the story that I heard. So I don't know 100%. But supposedly it was just paparazzi looking, and then boom, they find out that she's, I guess, under the age of 18 or as close to the age of 18. I've heard 50 bajillion stories. You know how the fucking press is.
Yeah, we're not going to know until
1 minute she's 18, next minute she's 13, next minute she's 12, 1 minute she's 10. That's fucking press for you. It's just press for you.
They just can't give you the truth. I mean, shit.
So,
got to know your facts first, I think, before anybody can judge.
I feel like if she's like 17, 18, and they've known each other, whatever, they're from, so fucking what? So what?
Yeah. Think about it when you were a freshman in high school, how old you were when you were like a freshman to a senior, that age gap.
Right.
I knew all of a sudden.
I knew a bunch of freshman girls that were dating seniors.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's why I was asking if it was part of their school. You know, did they grow up together within this span of time? Like, what's the circumstances here?
Because if she's like 17, he's only 4 years older than her.
Mm-hmm. But it also depends on how that state works.
I mean,
age of consent, like stuff like that.
Oh, Oklahoma's like 14.
Yeah, I think it's 14 or 15.
Yeah. That's not right, and they're worried about it.
But so this goes into my next statement. Why do we feel the need to put athletes and celebrities on this pedestals like they're fucking gods? They're not. Yeah. They're a human being, just like me and you. Mm-hmm. They put on their pants, same fucking way we do every morning.
Yeah.
They just happen to have a badass job that they put a lot of time and effort into doing.
Do you do left leg first or right leg first?
I never really thought about that. I think I do right leg first. Wait, no, I don't. I do left leg first.
Same. Mojo?
I think I put my left
the fuck I don't know.
I put my pants on real bad.
So, they pull my pants off and put my
But I mean, that also, gosh, that opens a lot of doors though too. Yeah, they're playing sports and they're doing all this stuff, but a lot of kids and stuff like that look up to them. So
yeah, but see, you can also say the same thing as parents. Kids look up to their parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nobody's
parents should have standards just as much as the athletes should. They should have standards for themselves.
No, nobody's perfect. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. But to me, I don't feel like that is a big mistake.
Cute Hannah Montana.
I definitely don't. You know, I think that I feel like paparazzi and shit like that should stay the fuck out of people's personal relationships.
They don't care because all they are about is the dollar.
That's how they make their money.
Well, yeah. It's just it's a fucking vicious ass cycle that is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
And the better that you are, the worse it gets.
Mojo, I just saw your Batman in your tree. I synced it. The Batman.
Batman there.
So wrapping up this little discussion, what would you do if you're the NBA?
Investigate and get my facts straight.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposedly doing that.
Okay, well, depending on what the facts are, is what my opinion.
There's no reason for them to do anything if.
But the bad thing is, you already got people like you already have some NBA analysts, and this was a hot thing, and you can actually look it up. It's all over the place. This analyst decided that she and a bunch of others were going to hide it. Nobody was talking about it, nothing like that. Nothing was being brought up.
Yeah.
Now, not too long ago, there was a white guy. Okay.
Why is he white?
Well, I'm going into the whole Twitter thing that happened. So, Des Bryant, former NFL player, played for Dallas Cowboys for fucking ever. He went after the analyst and was like, why is it that you guys, when there was a white guy who supposedly did it the same exact thing,
yeah,
and y'all were on it within 30 minutes of it even breaking, you guys were all over it, crucifying this dude, which turned out to be apparently false.
Yep.
So you're out there crucifying this guy, but this guy does it, this guy was of another ethnicity. And he was like, y'all didn't say jack shit. Y'all didn't say a thing. He's like, don't dare make this a race thing. He's like, because y'all have made it look like that.
No, it needs to be equal across the board. I mean,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, rules rule.
Weird to talk about a different ethnicity because of
Then he went into it and he was like, it should be the same across the board. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't
True.
matter. Mm-hmm. But he was like, you guys want to go run your mouth about shit and you're talking out your ass before you even have any kind of facts on anything.
Yeah.
But that last guy, you were real quick to hang him, and it turned out to be false.
They do that quite a bit, actually.
Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. NBA investigate, find out the facts. If she is like 17, 18, stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
It is what it is. So moving on. Now we're going to get into. Actually, I know there's teams playing right now. So what is our scores right now across the board?
Across the board, Lakers and Pistons.
Did you just say Liquors and Pistons?
No, I did not. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was like, the Liquors? You mean the Lakers?
Lakers and Pistons. Lakers are ahead 123-9-3.
Lakers would be that'd be a great team.
With the Lakers.
But LIQ, not LIQ.
Wizards and Magic. Who do you think?
I'm gonna go with Magic on that one.
Yep, it's Magic right now. They're in the fourth quarter, 123-105.
Okay.
And then we got the good old Suns and the Raptors. You know what? I used to like the Suns back in the day when Barkley.
I'm gonna bring up some nostalgia. So you were talking about the '90s earlier when we started talking about this.
Yeah, the good.
For any of you that were gamers back then, the big hot thing was Sega Genesis. I had one. I was a big Genesis guy. Fucking NBA Jam.
Oh.
And I always would create the dream team because you could unlock the dream team.
Yeah.
And pick. And my two that I always used on my team because it was 2-on-2 for NBA Jam. And mine was Charles Barkley and Sean Kemp from the Supersonics.
Yeah. I remember watching the Dream Team. They just dominated.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even a competition. I felt like we were watching the Globetrotters play just a normal team because they were just.
Well, that went into the whole. So the Dream Team went to the Olympics.
Yeah.
When it first became a thing, and they fucking destroyed. You had Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Sean Kemp.
Yeah, every.
Pippen.
Yes.
It was just unbelievable and unstoppable.
And there was a big hoopla about that too.
Yeah, that they were trying to say that was basically cheating.
No.
Oh, whiner.
It's no. To me, I think it's bullshit. It wasn't fucking cheating. They were our players. They're from the U.S.
Isn't that the point of the Olympics?
Yes. All professional, right? All the professional wrestlers are going in there. The other professionals, every professional in their sport, their thing is wanting to go to the Olympics. So,
I mean, that's just okay. So they're doing this whole flag football thing now.
Yeah.
Well, all the flag football players that are going to play for the U.S. are all NFL players.
Oh, they're going to get mad.
Well, they could fucking get mad.
I wouldn't suggest those big number ones because what if they got hurt? Can't be playing.
Is that why they do it flag football though? So they don't end up
exactly why they're doing
hurting each other and tackling.
Mark my word. Mark my word. After the Olympics, they're going to create a professional flag football.
Think so?
I guarantee it. I think they're already starting to do minor teams that are, travel and shit like that. I already knew about that. But mark my words, it's going to turn into a damn pro sport. telling you.
I'd play flag.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, I can play flag football.
Thank you, Tracy.
I'm too
right. It's like they're sissifying football even more.
So, but I think it was totally fair. I think they should go back to it. That they play in the U.S. They're U.S. players. It is what it is.
There's professional swimmers. You don't hear them complaining about it being a professional swimmer. We can't help it that it's a pro league. I mean, that's just
right. I agree. All right, so let's move on with the scores.
All right, where were we with the scores, anyways? Suns and Raptors, 76-79. Raptors are winning.
I actually I didn't like the team, but for some reason I really liked their mascot and I liked their first original jerseys. He came out of the Raptors.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they were cool. They were cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There is professional pole dancers now.
Hey, might be a sport. Better watch out.
I heard that they're trying to put that in the Olympics.
I know somebody that does it like for hobby, like, and not like in a provocative way.
Fun. Yeah, they say it's good exercise.
Well, yeah,
it is. And she's been trying to get me to do fucking classes, and I'm just like, I can imagine me sliding around a fucking pole.
Can you imagine getting a Letterman's jacket?
It's the shoes.
Pole dancer.
It's the shoes. It's the shoes for me. And bless her. She's actually really good.
She just say it was in the Olympics.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Pole dancing is in the Olympics?
Yes.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
Well, okay. So can we just put in the 3-legged race while we're at it? Partners.
Crab walk.
Come on.
Unless you got a big dang dang.
No dang dang.
I was waiting for that.
Always trying to bring the dang dang in. Now let's talk about some better things.
No,
like the Jazz and the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, that's got to be the Grizzlies. That's got to be Grizzlies. Yeah.
Yep, Grizzlies got that one.
No dang
Rockets and Nuggets.
The what?
Rockets and Nuggets.
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets.
Nuggets are 11-5 right now, and I'm just sorry. Why would you call yourself the Nuggets? Hey, Nuggets. That does not sound.
That has a dog named Doug.
I told her that today. We were talking about this. Yeah, I was
well, no, technically, my niece named that dog Nugget because they were brothers. My dad got 2 dogs, and one was named Max, and one was named Nugget. Max got hit by a car, R.I.P. him.
Good old
Nugget is still there, and he's
dropping nuggets.
But he stinks.
Fingerboarding is in the Olympics too. Why are we fingerboarding in the Olympics?
What the hell is fingerboarding?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to ask.
Like,
hey,
like
maybe they'll have fidget spinners.
Hold on. I got it.
Can we have the fidget spinner Olympics?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I knew she was going to get that.
What do you got? Oh, you got your fingerboard?
Fucking
you can be in the Olympics, girl.
I wish I had a view of the table right now.
Oh my God, that is fingerboarding. You're right.
Oh,
fuck is that?
Thank you, J-Lo.
That's right.
Hot.
How the hell is?
I used to be good at that back in the day.
Listen, I remember Tech Deck coming out like when I was a kid, like
right. You can change the wheels and everything, like they were real.
And then my children come home with these, and I'm like, oh, that's for you.
Now, see, I can understand actually physically skateboarding.
Yeah.
Because that's just crazy, the stuff that they do. But really,
they have the X Games, but I feel like skateboarding should be in the Olympics.
It's like
it really fucking should, because of the shit that they have to deal with. Like,
maybe they're trying to make it to where it's more well-rounded for everybody to be able to get into the Olympics.
I mean,
I'm sorry. If there's 3 men that can wear fucking skin tight suits and get into a giant fucking silver dildo, the fucking skateboarding should be in the Olympics.
Wait, what?
The luge. They get in that big fucking dildo looking thing. 3 men in tight suits. What? It looks like a dick.
Even the sound of luge.
Do we all remember Cool Runnings?
Yes, we talked about this on the last podcast that you missed.
The bobsled team.
Yeah, the Jamaican bobsled team.
That's right.
Great movie.
That was a good movie. I love that movie. Me and my really good friend in high school watched that movie together. It was freaking hilarious.
Them in the bathtub, like.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Yep.
Same.
Because it was hilarious.
We can't just go fucking crazy. All right, what's the rest of the scores?
Everything right now.
The last one is going to be the Clippers and the Kings, and that doesn't start until 9:00.
Oh, okay. So as soon as this ends, y'all can get over and watch that game. So what is the upcoming games for the weekend?
Upcoming games tomorrow, you got the Trailblazers and the Cavaliers.
Monroe Cavaliers.
Same Cavs.
Yeah. Definitely, I was going for Cavs too. Pistons and Knicks. I'm gonna go for the Knicks. I want the Knicks.
I was a Grant Hill fan back in the day when they had the badass logo, that fucking horse, and their fucking jerseys were badass looking. I wanted one just because I like the fucking.
Did you like the jersey?
Yeah. They did. The Pistons had a badass jersey back then.
Hey.
Mom's like,
those jerseys.
You're like, you're a Celtics fan. I'm like, yeah, but I really like the Pistons jerseys.
Hey, there's some really good jerseys out there.
Hey, my fingers are plenty agile and quick. Thank you very much.
That's what she said. Anyways.
I might be in my pants.
Back to the Pacers and the Heat. The Heat. Yep, tomorrow's Pacers and the Heat. I'm gonna go for the Heat.
Yeah, I'm with you on Miami.
Yep. Hornets and Nets.
Hornets.
I feel like the Hornets are gonna win, but I like the Nets to win.
Why?
Just because I like the Nets. I mean,
why?
Just I like some of their history. That's all.
The Nets are like the fucking New York Jets.
Well, the team has to suck. So as long as it's not mine, I'm cool. Jazz and Timberwolves.
I'm gonna go with the Jazz.
Timberwolves.
Probably Jazz.
I don't know who the Jazz.
I really don't have a faith on that.
Utah.
Lakers and Thunder.
Go Oklahoma City Thunder.
Lakers. I'm gonna go for Lakers.
Same.
Bucks and Bulls. That's kind of funny.
That is funny.
I'm gonna go for the Bulls because I'm an old school.
The first time you said, I thought you said Buck and the Bucks and Balls, and I was like, Buck and Balls. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
I'll go Bulls.
I still love my Bulls, but I liked them back in the day. Those Bulls. Hawks and Spurs.
Spurs.
Hawks.
Wrong answer. Try again. Clippers and Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, hands down. See, J-Lo's with me on the Hawks.
J-Lo. You too.
And we got a lot of Warriors fans. There are all these Steph Curry fans in here.
Lame.
By the way,
I like his wife.
I kind of thought it was cool.
What was cool?
And this happened in the off season, but I don't know if y'all seen the TikTok that went viral of Steph Curry getting on stage with Paramore.
Yes.
And singing.
Oh,
yes, I seen it.
That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. All right. So, being that this is the first NBA show that we're doing this year, and we're almost to the midway point of the show, who is your favorite to win the NBA title? Who's your two that are going to be in the championship, and who's going to be victorious?
I'm going. The Celts are just going to win because I said so. And man, the Bucks are pretty close.
I'm going to go with it's going to be a rematch of the Celtics and Miami.
You think so?
And we got it this time.
Oh, we got it this time.
Nah, the Heat's gonna
still got a little bit of ways to go, though. That's why I'm kind of like.
She just went against the Celtics.
I didn't. She did?
She did.
Oh, are we going to cry?
Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
Yes, I am.
For shame. Who's your team there, Kitty? So do we need to pick your team?
Yeah, because I don't watch basketball.
Celtics.
Listen, okay.
There we go. Now it's time to pick your team.
I have a knowledge of basketball. I played basketball for years. Okay. I did watch basketball, but I haven't watched basketball in probably like 4 or 5 years. So I have not kept up with it.
I haven't kept up with a lot of it either. I got out of it.
So I'm just rolling with the punches, Sure. Ooh,
so let's pick your team.
She just said Celtics.
Ooh.
You're just gonna just.
No, listen. The only other teams I ever rooted for was the Miami Heat in Cleveland.
The what?
Cleveland. I'm having a brain fart.
Cleveland.
I'm having a brain fart. Cavs.
What?
Listen, so the only teams I've ever rooted for are the Cavs and the Heat. So it was only because I was a follower.
So we're just gonna have across the board.
So we're just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to observe every fucking.
No, not Miami. See,
basketball players' skills and go from there. Because
I got some basketball skills.
Yeah, you did. You had all kinds of skills in breaking your fucking kneecap.
Sure did.
Yo,
didn't stop me.
I played basketball like my entire childhood, and then I played junior year and had to wear a fucking knee brace, like because my coach rugs like my knee. And I'm like, so I was like 18 with knee problems. I'll say, so me having knee problems my entire life makes sense.
Well, yeah, I blew my knee out playing basketball.
Oh no.
On that, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, It's scary.
You please look yourself. You are cute. So you get that coffee over at getdeadly.com and highly suggest the Witch's Brew. Very, very, very good.
I'm funny, that's why.
Now, where were we?
We were talking about her new team.
Oh, yeah. Celtics.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Unless you're changing.
I don't get really. I've never really rooted for a basketball team.
Well, I really never rooted for a college football team, but I'm working on
it. Then, like, the way that your poll's going for, like, the football, we need to do basketball. For me.
It's not my fault. Your team lost.
I don't give two shits.
Okay, so
I'll root for whatever team does the best during their game.
Celtics.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Bring it on.
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 I said, it's cold.
I have no idea what she's
Clovers.
talking about.
Really?
No.
You've never seen somebody Bring It On?
No.
Let's talk about some key players from back in the day because that's what I like.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. So obviously there was Jordan, but I feel like that one, I don't like using that one that much because everybody likes Jordan.
You can go even further back and go to Dr. J.
Oh, yeah. Go to Dr. J. Yeah, Dr. J.
Who's Dr. J?
You don't know who Dr. J is?
I'm new here.
Dr. J was like, he was the great to all the greats now. Like, he was way back in the day and kind of like the godfather of the slam dunk.
No idea.
Barkley was one of my favorites too, though. He was a big one of my favorites. I liked how he played. He was very aggressive.
I mean, back then you had. I kind of feel like the late 80s and 90s had. It was just
amazing freaking players. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a different game. Like, you had
different breed.
Sean Kemp and Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. You had Grant Hill. Bless you.
Bless you.
I mean,
Nash.
Just go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
You had Shaq. Bless you.
Bless you.
You know, LeBron and Kobe were young.
They were Kid was in college, I think, during that time.
Well, I think they came out right there at the end of those guys. I think they may have been in the league for like a couple of years together, and then they all started retiring very quickly. Bless you! Holy shit!
Holy shit is right.
Are you okay?
Gonna be cross-eyed here pretty soon.
Are you good?
I'm good. I was like,
ooh, sure.
Yeah.
Easy there, Cheech.
The other one from the Bulls as well. I know there was Jordan, Pippen, and I'm missing somebody else. Rodman. And there's another one that I feel like we're missing.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Bless you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Obviously, Celtics. Larry Bird was the longtime Celtics player.
Well, if
you Muggsy Bogues from Charlotte Hornets, the shortest NBA player I think to ever fucking live. Bless you,
man. We're going for a record.
We might. Hey, somebody.
Hey, can we sneeze for the Olympics? Quick, let's make it a sport.
Another one coming.
You'd be winning.
Damn.
Well, then you also have your old the Bill Russell as well.
Mm.
He's the main one. He's the main.
All right. So, in your opinion, is going back into the 90s. First off, I know you're gonna say everybody's gonna say the same thing. Who do you think was the greatest team of that like decade era? Which I know what you're gonna fucking say.
So close.
And if you're basing off of championships, it would be the correct answer. But I feel like there was other teams that did a lot of stuff back then and made history.
Well, Phoenix Suns were one of the ones that did really good during that time too. They had a lot of big name players.
Seattle Supersonics. That was another one.
Magic. Is that what it was?
Yeah, the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, Orlando Magic, because they had Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they weren't like the best, but then they weren't like killing it. I mean, honestly, the Bulls had amazing. Like they had 3 All-Stars, like boom, boom, boom. I mean, shit. Michael Jordan alone is like 2 extra freaking players. So looking at that. But yeah, there was a whole lot of other teams that were doing really good at that time.
All right, so obviously most people are saying Bulls. I mean, I've seen somebody say the Magic and stuff like that. To me, I'm going to go with the Seattle Supersonics.
Okay.
They don't exist anymore. They moved and they're now the Oklahoma City Thunder. But they used to be the Seattle Supersonics. And then I think they moved to Oklahoma City in the early 2000s.
Could be.
I think it was early 2000s when they got bought and the guy moved them to Oklahoma City and renamed them the Oklahoma City Thunder. Player-wise, shit, I don't know because there was so many. Not the
They're hard to choose from.
The Supersonics.
Supersonics.
Sonics. Sonics. Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's right.
Players, and we just talked about, there were so many players.
Big name players.
I mean, even besides like Michael Jordan, because like Michael Jordan, talking about Michael Jordan with the NBA is like talking about Tom Brady with the NFL.
Yeah.
They those two men just fucking dominated. And a lot of it, I don't even think, and I was actually watching a podcast the other day on the NBA, and this guy said it, and he said it best. He was like, Michael Jordan and Tom Brady may not all the way around athletically be the best players. They were good. I'm not taking that away from them. But as far as a drive as an athlete, they were unparalleled.
Yeah.
And that was part of what made them so dominating was their attitude and how just grotesquely competitive those two men are.
Well, because it was about playing the game. It wasn't about making the money. It wasn't about anything else but dominating the sport that they were in. And I know, like, I watched quite a few specials with Michael Jordan and stuff. It wasn't the easiest thing for him to do back, when he started off. He worked his butt off to get where he was at.
Right.
So, I mean, you can't just have it handed to you and, get the money in your head and start going around and thinking you're just going to be cool, calm, and collective. You got to keep pushing it.
Now, I see some people talking about Dennis Rodman. Here's my take on Dennis Rodman. The only thing that he was good at, and I'm not taking anything away from him, but he is the king of rebounds. That's what he was known for. That's literally why Chicago picked him up, was because of his ability to rebound. But other than that, The only reason that Dennis Rodman was even fucking known was surely because of his off-sport antics.
Listen, let me tell you. The only thing I remember him from is a movie that he did. It's the only I didn't know he played basketball and all the shit.
Everybody remembers him for two things. He got married to Carmen Electra, which lasted about a week.
Hey.
There was a movie he did where all I remember is him sitting there shooting up a bunch of fucking mannequins.
And somewhere,
all I remember.
Somewhere, for some reason, he wore a wedding dress. I remember the wedding dress. I don't remember what it was for or why. I almost want to say it was some type of like signing, a book signing or something like that he did. I could be wrong. But I remember seeing it on MTV. And they showed him getting out of the limo with all the pictures, and he had this white dress on and freaking bright red fucking lipstick, and he was almost
knew how to play a crowd.
He was like the Marilyn Manson of the NBA.
Yeah,
brought in money, brought in seats.
Because at that time, tattoos were still extremely looked down upon.
Yeah, you didn't do your hair like that. You didn't go against the rules.
He had the piercings and the colored hair and full sleeves of tattoos and the whole 9 yards. But a lot of him was shock value.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like back then, the way the Bulls looked at it, any kind of press is good press.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, his numbers up the boards pretty much show it. He wasn't that bad at shooting and all that, but he wasn't great. He was an average player with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, other than rebounds, that was the only thing that he was good at.
Hey.
I mean, I guess you got to be good at something. And that is still a part of the game.
It's a big part of the game. Going up for a rebound is a big thing. You're coming up with that ball. You're also blocking. You're doing all kinds of stuff down there.
Yeah. So, who do you think would just be the overall, all the way around, greatest player of that time period?
Michael Jordan.
I have a 3-way tie.
Well, I feel like it's unfair for the other guys that Michael Jordan isn't there. Like, I feel like there's an unfair advantage in there. Because, I mean, dang. But I do like Barkley. I was a Barkley fan.
Barkley?
And this is just me going off of not knowing numbers and stuff like that. Because if I was going to like really pick, I would be looking at numbers and what the stats were and like all of that good stuff. But thinking about watching and, watching certain players and liking their styles, I liked Barkley. He was very aggressive, just kind of like Rodman was, but not as, out there.
So mine is a 3-way tie because I really can't pick one over the other.
Yeah.
One would be Larry Bird.
I always forget about him.
2 would be Sean Kemp. And the 3rd would be Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy.
And as soon as we get back from our commercial break, I'll go into the whole Muggsy Bogues thing.
Good old Muggsy.
Well, right now it's processing, so we have a minute. So I'll kind of go into it for a second. Muggsy Bogues to me was about... Oh, nope, it's done. All right, here we go. Commercial break.
Bye.
A funeral parlor? Way out here? I can't believe we're gonna party here. Now it's time for party games.
Yeah.
How about a past life seance? A seance?
demons then?
They're pure evil. They're demons.
Oh, don't tell me you're leaving. Where you going? The party's just begun.
Night of the Demons.
Rest assured, we've got something wonderful planned for you.
Thanks. Don't miss Buzzkill Cinema tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. They're talking about Night of the Demons. Be a fun time. So to me, Muggsy Bogues he's this tiny man. He's like 5'4".
Whoa.
Yes, he was 5'4".
He was small for basketball.
He was 5'4" and was a amazing force.
Okay, and all he'd do was fucking box out, put that ass out, he'd be good.
Just had to run in between their legs.
He was so goddamn fast.
Yeah.
Like watching him
watching
him on the court, the way that he moved and his athletic ability reminds me very much that of Tyreek Hill in the NFL for the Dolphins. I mean, Muggsy Bogues was fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Muggsy Bogues was in Space Jam. Yes, he was.
Who?
Muggsy
No,
Bogues.
Space Jam.
The really short guy?
Yes, that's who we're talking about.
Yes, it's from?
Yeah.
The really, really short guy.
Yeah. That's Muggsy Bogues. He played for the Charlotte Hornets.
All right, now I want to Google it to make sure we're talking about the same guy.
Yeah, it's Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy.
Yep.
Good old Muggsy.
Muggsy.
I fucking loved playing him on NBA Jam because he was fucking fast as fuck.
That is him.
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
I told
Listen, when that movie came out, I loved that movie, but like I knew who Charles Barkley was. I knew who Michael Jordan was. I knew who. That was it.
Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, some of those players were overlooked. There was a lot of good players during that era, like a completely different style of what's now. It's a little bit different.
That's it. And even then, like back then, you had guys like Shaquille O'Neal and Larry Bird was huge. I mean, the guy was. I don't think he's not Shaq tall, but.
For some reason, I think of him in earlier. Like I think of him in like the 70s.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was, but he was there. I mean, he played against Michael Jordan and beat Michael Jordan, and they won. The Celtics won. I think they won one championship up against Michael, but that was like right at the very end of Larry Bird. Yeah. And Michael Jordan had only been in the league for like a year, maybe two.
He just crushed.
These are under 5'10".
Crushed the league.
4'10".
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think legally, if you're under 4'11", then you are legally a little person.
Man. Still. Think about how tall some of those basketball guys are, though. Think about Shaq.
I mean, Shaq's what? Isn't Shaq over 7 foot?
Yes.
He's like,
I wanted to say he's like 7'2" or something.
Yeah. I mean, he's just this.
He's huge.
Mammoth of a fucking man.
It's a fucking brick wall, man.
I mean, holy shit.
But think about it. Being that small, though, you do have that advantage because you can run in tighter. Bigger people can't. Smaller areas, it doesn't work.
Yep.
So, either way.
And I don't even understand how anybody was ever even able to fucking stop Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, he could just stand. He could probably just stand in front of the goal and just slap the shit. Fucking swat. I don't want you to run anywhere. I want you to stand in this one spot and you don't move. It's going to be 4-on-5 on the other end, but as long as
you think you would just be able to stand in the middle and just swat them away?
Yeah, it's like fucking having a goalie for basketball. Just stick Shaq in front of the fucking goal. I just need you to swat balls away. That's all I need you to do.
That's all you got to do.
I mean that to me that was just insane. But yeah, I'm in full agreement with you. I like Charles Barkley. I mean, I definitely think he's up there in at least the top 10.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting some people, you know.
Well, I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah, there really was.
Then you also had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You had Magic Johnson.
I was going to say Magic
Johnson.
You know, you had Grant Hill. You had, I'm trying to, you know what's bad is I'm trying to think about NBA Jam video game.
You're all, who's on my team?
You had that fucking white guy on the Bulls. What was his name? Luka?
Luka.
Something like, yeah, there was some dude that was on the Bulls during that time too that was kind of looked down on, but he was still a pivotal piece of the Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah, the Bulls were just freaking crazy back then.
I'm just trying to remember his fucking name. He was an unlockable character, and you had to put a code in to unlock him. So was Shaquille O'Neal, which pissed me the fuck off because it took me forever to get that goddamn code. You remember back in video games when there were secret codes? And there's like it was like a 50 bajillion.
Yeah,
you had
up, down, left, right, up, down, skip, turn around. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you spent, man, me with Mortal Kombat trying those goddamn fatalities. I'm like, God damn it.
Yes.
I don't know how many controllers I broke over between NBA Jam, Madden, and fucking Mortal Kombat. I don't even want to think about how many Sega Genesis remotes I broke. I have no idea. Like it was.
All right, so you have all these basketball players. A whole bunch of them have made movies. What's the best movie that one of the basketball players?
Space Jam.
There's more than Space Jams, though.
Space Jam on A. No, fuck you guys. Space Jam.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know.
I think it's a college one. Is it Hoosiers?
Oh yeah,
that was a good one. I like that one, but it was more. I think it was college, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was.
And I know there's more. There's probably a whole bunch.
You mean like college movies about like love and basketball?
Love and basketball. See, but. Where's some other ones? Shaquille. What was Shaquille O'Neal in? He was a genie in something.
Shazam.
Oh yeah, Shazam.
Shazam.
Oh, if I had to pick any of those, fucking straight up Shazam.
Who else was there?
Above the Rim.
Oh yeah.
White Guys Can't Jump.
I was about ready to say White Guys. I like that movie. That movie was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to either go with White Guys Can't Jump or Above the Rim. One of those two would be of that era. But I actually just watched about 7 months ago. I was home and I sat down and got on Netflix. And I seen this movie that I kept hearing about, and it's actually an Adam Sandler movie. It's one of the first movies that he played a serious role.
Yeah.
And the name of it's Hustle. Hustle is a badass fucking movie. It's got shit tons of NBA greats in it.
Yep.
And the storyline was great. It's actually based off of a true story. If you have time, go watch Hustle because it's actually really fucking good. It is awesome. Now, on that, we're going to do a few little blasts here. Please don't forget to watch Buzzkill Cinema tomorrow night, 10 o'clock.
Woo!
Join us for that.
Yes.
Tuesday nights, you got Sluts for Smut, all their little sexy time books.
Great show, guys.
Catch them on Tuesdays. Obviously, Chronic Sports every single Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
What's
And
next?
then we have other shows. We have all the guys from the Dorkening, Splash Pages, Toking with the Dead. God dang, there's so many. Kofo. We have a bunch of shows coming out. We got more shows coming. We have the Hellfire Lounge, which is going to start here before too long. The return of Caffeine Injection some point in December-ish should be coming. So we got more shows, more podcasts, more stuff for you guys to interact with. Please don't forget, you can subscribe now. Subscribers get a lot of special cool shit. On top of, if you're a subscriber, only subscribers will have access to the Hellfire merch store. Means if you want access to our merch store, you have to be a subscriber.
You do.
And it's not much. It's 99 cents a month. So subscribe. You're going to get special live one-on-one stuff. You're going to see podcasts that nobody else can see, but you guys, you're going to have access to that. And then all of our special, we have other special stuff coming out that we're only going to announce for subscribers. So if you want to have early access to some of this stuff,
get on it.
A big thing.
Your 99 cents.
Yeah, there's a big thing coming in February. Big thing coming in February. And if you want early access to that before anybody else, subscribe today. Right now.
But don't forget to share and like.
Yeah. On that, we are out of here. We will see you next Wednesday with another show about something. We love you guys. Have a fantastic evening.
Night, guys.